Continuing now with hair, on slide 27 we're looking at hair follicles. These are the follicles that contain new hair, that allow hair to grow. They're basically root sheaths that come out from the epidermal layer into the dermis in the scalp, and the deep end forms a little hair bulb, which is what births new hair, for example, and keeps hair growing. There is a knot of sensory nerve endings, so if somebody pulls your hair out, you're going to feel it because it's loaded with nerve endings around the bottom. And even bending a hair, if someone brushes next to you or something, or touches your hair, the very end of your hair when they walk by you, you know it. It's very sensitive. It has touch receptors. Here's the bulb of the hair now that you can see all this, and this is down the scalp. This is adipose tissue. Here's your skin pigment, your melanocytes that tint the color of your hair. And here's the medulla of the hair, which is the core. This is the cortex of the hair, if you will, right here. And only those that have stars by them on my slide do you really have to spend time knowing. So we want you to know the hair shaft, and this is the cuticle, which is the very outside kind of shiny coat to something, this white part. And then here is the cortex on each side, and the medulla down the center. So cortex, and then here's your melanocytes, pigment. Okay, all of those things are important to know, and only those things. On the next slide, this is a bonus slide. You do not actually have this slide, but I wanted to talk to you just for a second about how unique hair is. So on this one, just listen and observe. This is cat hair under a microscope right here, and you can kind of see how spiky it is compared to human hair. This is mouse, and this is dog. And just looking at those three, you can see that the cortex, the outside of the hair, has different scale patterns. The medulla, or the core, has different patterns in it as well. So basically every living thing has a different hair type. So this has evolved into a whole new field of study called hair forensics. And people have actually been sent to jail because they dropped cat hair or whatever it was when they were robbing the bank, and the cat DNA was matched from the hair at the bank back to the hair on their original cat at their apartment, and they're sent to jail courtesy of their cat. So it is an interesting field of study. I just wanted to mention forensics on that case. In slide 30, there are two types of hair on your body. We have very fine vellus hair, sometimes when an infant is born, very, very pale blonde, barely visible on the infant. It can go away or turn dark later. We also have vellus hair sometimes on our sideburn areas and our face, ladies especially. And then we have terminal hair, which is very coarse and long, like the hair on our eyebrows, head, armpits, pubic regions, and scalp, for example.